What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be talking about an ability that many people don't really use, or it's something that, we kind of shun. We tried it out a couple times, I believe, in the past. It wasn't really what it was, but we didn't use the right version of it. What we're talking about is the deep in KO for the zone corners. The zone corners, zone safety, whatever the archetype. Pretty much what happens is, if it's a man-to-man archetype, you're going to have to pay, 3. For the zone archetypes, you're going to pay 2. Just like with the deep route KO for the man-to-man versions, you pay 2 for the man archetypes. It's just like you get a benefit for having the proper archetype for the player. So he's a zone-free safety. I also use Sean Taylor with deep in zone KO. So pretty much what happens is this, right? When you have the regular KOs, it's like deep route KO. There's no zone, obviously, in the name. So deep route KO is for man coverage, players, they get it for 2. And in the zone versions, you go ahead and get it for 2 if it's a zone archetype. Man archetype gets it for 2. The zone gets it for 3 in this case. So he's going to get this for 2. And a guy like Deion Sanders, who's man-to-man archetype, would unlock this same ability for 3 because he's a man-to-man archetype. So that's why we use zone safeties in this regard. Now, deep in zone KO, what does it do? Is it trash? Does it work? What does it really do? This is what it does, right? Even though it says deep zone in and it's like helps you with knockouts in, if you run a cover 2, it pretty much covers the majority of the field. All right, we're going to go and take a look at Sean Taylor because the clip that I'm going to show you guys where I was experimenting with it, it was very, very hilarious the way it all worked out. Here we go again, another zone archetype, so he gets it for 2. So improved reactions, knockouts in deep inside zones. So that would mean inside the numbers, possibly, whatever they're doing. There's a lot of football, logistics in the game, but it just doesn't apply when you actually play the game. So EA is trying to implement more realistic things. It's just like, all right, why is this doing that? Why is that doing that? A lot of the things doesn't make sense, but we have to try to make sense of it for ourselves, right? So deep in zone KO. If you just run a regular cover 2, and you don't have deep in zone KO, you are going to get dotted to the sideline. So you might say, Gmi, what about deep out? Wouldn't deep out take away the sideline? No, it doesn't. They actually play like complete idiots with deep out. Deep in for some reason is working. The game is really, really weird. I can't explain it. Like when I'm playing it and labbing these things, I'm saying to myself, yo, who is doing this stuff, right? It doesn't make any sense. So let me go ahead and bring that clip up for you guys. Right over here, we had a situation right here, right? So look, I'm gonna go ahead and show you. I'm coming out, I'm running double A gap, I'm setting it up right here. Now, you see how I shift Sean Taylor to the right there? I shift him to the right because it's a cover 2. This is a fun fact though. You can run cover 3 the same way, and Marcus Williams on the left, he could be in a third. Like you can really like manipulate your opponent depending on how advanced you are with it. Also, by the way, this guy right here, he conceded and I got a loss for it. This Eagles fly guy, I don't know what he was doing. It was weird. But he was just like, look, I'm about to quit the game. He conceded and I got an L. It is what it is. I think it was the EA servers thing, but yeah, whatever. Just letting you guys be aware of it. So when you shift your safety over, you're pretty much, he's in the U trips. You want to take away that streak to the outside. And what happens is when you just play your safeties, or whoever, you can have a corner at safety, whoever you have at safety, they usually don't get back to the outside, right? Watch what happens here though. He has deep in on him. You see like how he plays it and he gets a speed burst. So what happens is, yeah, the ball hits him on his face, he acts like a dolphin, and then he actually gets it, right? Let's go back there though. Let's go back and see that again. I shifted, I move him over to the right, okay, just to make sure. Because the spacing of the field, he's on the left hash. I want to make sure that the right side is fully protected. So pretty much what deep in zone KO does, it gives you a speed boost while you're inside the numbers. This is where it gets weird though. I don't know if they want us to line our guys up outside the numbers for deep out to work, but that's usually what happens. They won't play the right way. Also, while this is happening, take a look at Marcus. You see how both of them are zoning completely out? They're zoning completely out, and when you use deep zone out KO, they don't do that. They wouldn't have played this the same way. So you can see he has the Devin Hester on the bottom right going to the flat. That usually is supposed to take the attention of the corner. So you see my corner come back down, who's in a soft squat, to kind of see like, yo, what's up? Where your mom's at? And then look at the safety. Look, watch Sean Taylor, that distance, and that's a bullet pass with Cunningham. Even though he has some pressure in his face, he's throwing a bullet pass with Gunslinger, super fast to the outside. The speed burst though, it helps him to get there. So what I'm saying is, when I was labbing the cover 2, right? Because that's probably the safest way to play. If you're having issues winning games, right? This is what I would suggest, and I've been telling you guys this, and I'm going to continue to tell you guys this, right? EA Sports and Madden 21, they took away the aspect of pressure. So the only way that you can actually try to generate it is to send a corner or a safety or somebody off the edge like that, because everybody else gets nano detected, but the corners and the safeties won't. So because of that, you know, you have a better advantage, but you have to run different sets. Some of you guys don't like, oh dog, yo, I love my 3-4 bear. You know, I love this, I love that. I can't deal with these nickels and these dimes and the dollar. And I understand, but you have to adapt. Because if you don't adapt, you're just gonna fail. That's the thing, bro. EA is not asking you, yo, bro, listen, they're gonna keep it moving. They're gonna keep doing what they're doing. The game is gonna get more and more ridiculous. If you can't apply yourself, you are going to lose more often than not. So I just want you guys to understand, he's a dolphin, dude. You can laugh at him, bro, but it doesn't matter. He gets over there. Now look, watch what happens with the blitz. Do you see what's going on? You see the corner. Is that Rod Woodson? He has that free release while everybody is doing whatever they're doing, and I accidentally clicked on, and I'm on Lawrence Taylor. The point that I'm making is this: he has the tight end, but you look for the streak against the cover 2. The problem is the deep in zone KO. They'll play it. You just have to move them over a little bit, depending on the wide side of whoever you think is going to be on that streak. And that's all you have to do. Everything else is going to be fine. Trust me, I pulled my hair out over and over while I was labbing this during the live stream on Twitch. For those of you guys that follow me on GmiasWorld Gaming right here on YouTube, you already got that full-length gameplay. I was getting dominated trying to figure out what abilities does what. Because it doesn't make any sense that I have deep out zone KO and he won't do the same exact thing. Because theoretically, shouldn't he be playing better inside? Or shouldn't EA just make it one ability instead of splitting it up and making it more ridiculous? You see, these are the things that we have to start asking questions about. Because what you might say, or I might get a question, yo, Gmia, what if we go deep out zone KO and deep in zone KO? Well, what's going to happen is now you're using 4. You're using 4 AP. That's realistically what's happening. And then more than likely, you're going to get the same result because one of them is going to work. You see what I'm saying? You just don't know which one. Now, with the way that this is, right? If you're playing somebody that, let's say you're playing somebody in spread, because this is another question that I usually get. This guy right here that I was playing, like I said, he rage quit. He was down 21. He got the message and he just rage quit. I never got the win. But if you play somebody that's not running like a U trip set, like what we're seeing right here, and it's like, yo, Gmi, I can't really blitz it. No, that's false. You can blitz everything. It's just about the way that the formation is set up. For instance, right? If he came out and he was running something under center, I would run 3-4 with cover 2 because the safety positions, look, anything in the middle, you're going to have to be able to get there. The problem with 3-4, as we all know, middle linebackers don't react unless you have lurker. So they're not going to jump for the pick, which is why they force players to run nickel, big nickel, and things like that, because if you don't run this, you won't get animations from the middle guys. And a lot of you guys that are just coming back into Madden, shout out to YouTube for recommending it. You guys are like, yo, bro, what's up with my guys? My middle linebacker's not jumping. See, I don't know the level of everybody that watches the videos, but all I can do is make sure that you understand the logic. So if you use a corner or a safety, any secondary player, those players can jump for interceptions. Unless the ball is low or you get hit, thrown out a sack, throw out a sack or whatever, and it's right in front of you, the linebackers cannot react to jump. That is just point blank, period. It is one of the most disgusting features in the game because if you have a big guy, a Traymon Edmonds, certain guys that are big that can go up and get it. Even Devin White, we saw he had great hands. In the Super Bowl, we saw him in the playoffs. If these guys have these type of hands, they should be able to go and get the ball. It shouldn't be because he's a linebacker, the ball's just going over his head. That's really, really ridiculous. But that's part of what it is right now with current gen. Some of you guys are saying it's a little bit different on next gen. I get really different opinions. Most people that I talk to hate next gen. They hate next gen completely. Like they're like, listen, dude, get it away from me. Some people are saying, yes, a little bit better, more realistic. Look, I'm going to wait, like I told you guys, until Madden 22 for EA to get their stuff together and figure it out. But I want you guys to just logically understand this. If I play this same defense, all right, and I don't have these abilities, he won't get the speed burst. See, that's a super speed burst right there. You know what I'm saying? And you know what's funny about that? even if he lobs it, even if he lobs this ball, because I know you guys are going to be like, yo, he should have lobbed it instead of bullet passing it. It would have been even worse. It would have been worse for him. If he lobs it, now I have time to get there and run him down. So he bullet passed it because he thought that he split the corner and the safety. And even with that, that's what it does. It gives you a speed boost. So those are some of the things that I wanted to share with you to make sure you guys understood what was going on. And I promised you guys that we would go over it like that because you guys want to know, like, yo, why am I doing this? What am I doing with that? Why are these abilities important? That's why. Because EA made it so that it's sort of like this. You know, like how I forgot the movie where the guy doesn't have a brain. I'm not talking about like is that with on the Yellow Brick Road? Who was that? The Tin Man? Look, your players don't have brains, so you have to give them abilities to insert brains into them. So this is making him know, okay, I'm a cover 2 safety. I should be doing this. Like, that's what's going on. If you don't give him an ability, he just stands there like an idiot. So you can't do anything about it. You just got to let it happen to you. That is unacceptable. And I'm not going to let that happen to my viewers. So I'm letting you know, for the time being, until EA patches this, they actually react to the ball. They actually go outside. They actually play it. So if you are having difficulty, you know, running your cover 2 or running your cover 3, remember, it doesn't really matter. If he's in a deep third, he's still going to speed up and light up and get over there. It just provides you with a speed burst. That's pretty much ultimately what it does. It doesn't do anything else outside of that. So you can use it and let me know your viewpoint on it, but I'm going to continue to lab with it and see what I can get out of it. And then I'll let you know, you know, as far as, is it still working? Does it matter if I put that on there? Should I give them, what is the other, you know, we could try mid-zone KO again, which I don't think works anymore because everybody was talking about it, how it lit up everywhere. And I think EA patched that because that's why I removed it. So I know for a fact deep out zone KO was a joke. It's an absolute joke and dudes catch the ball even more often. So there's not really anything else you can utilize at this point to get better results other than what we're doing right now with the deep in zone KO. So I think this works. I think it'll help a lot of you guys that want to run that bracket cover 2 successfully and have your safeties react. You know, and like I said, it doesn't have to be actual safety. You can have a zone concept corner and play them at safety with deep in zone KO and see how it works. But for me, it definitely works. You can feel the speed burst. You can see that they react a lot better. And all I would suggest is that you send everybody and just let the guy throw the ball. Run a cover 2, send everyone that's underneath, and just let him throw the ball, and then see what happens. Other than that, you're not going to really have fun playing the game because you're going to get dotted no matter what. So you might as well get dotted sending everybody. So that way they can possibly make a mistake. If you let people sit in the pocket, they are going to destroy your life. So send pressure, run deep in zone KO, and tell me how it works out for you with cover 2. But I got a feeling that a lot of you guys are going to start winning a lot more games. Stay tuned, subscribe, turn on post notifications. We got a lot more coming. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.